Hi everyone, this is Marshall, and I wanted to talk about suicide, the will to live and the will to die. And why do people commit suicide? Well, as someone that's thought about it quite a bit, it's just the anxiety from living can be so overwhelming, and it's like people don't know how to handle it emotionally, and they may or may not attempt to take their life. And I've been on that boat many times. You know, it's like the situation I'm going through is, you know, like if I wasn't working where I'm working right now, and if I didn't have any job, and, my car was taken out, there's a good chance I might try, because I don't have wouldn't have the means to resolve it, but I got a decent paying job. I don't want to be just an employee, but I got enough to where I can live. Probably even eventually get my own place. So it's like I don't want to die, but I've thought about it more than I'd like to admit. It's like it's just life's tough, and it's like I knew a guy, and he had kids, he had family, he had great dogs, and I don't know if it was by accident or intentional, but he had um, problems, and he just took his own life. And when I was a kid, there's a guy, a family friend, and whatnot, and he committed suicide. I don't know why, but he was a good guy, and I was just surprised when I heard, and it's just. But why do people commit suicide? Well, it's like, you know, car finance companies, you know, they really put you through the ringer when you're haven't paid over 120 days. Well, mine was a lot longer than 120. I don't know. I just, you know, I know it's my fault, but it's like I wasn't able to get a decent paying job. But, it's just they're really, giving it to me hard, and it feels like rape, It's like, I get where they're coming from. They need their money, but when you take someone's vehicle, and take the means of which they need to make a living, it's very difficult. And so, but, I'm in a situation where I'm able to use my dad's vehicle until I can get through this mess. And so, but like if I didn't have my dad's vehicle, or I wasn't living with my dad, and I have my own place, I'd probably be thinking about suicide. But I'm not. I want to live, you know, and I made a video kind of talking about we go through tests in life to test our resolve. And this isn't the only negative experience I've had. Like, I have a story where I got a DUI back in September of 2000, and and I was prepared to go through that experience because I remember before that experience I was living in the cities, and a Jeep uh, Wrangler burnt down next to my car. Long story short, they totaled the vehicle, and I was able to get money, so I bought a new car. And I came down for this weekend, and I went to a bar that I'd never been to, and but I had enough money to, go through that experience. I was working at UPS at the time. And, so I had enough money to pay my bill, um, and I had a good insurance through UPS. So when I had to go to a outpatient program, they covered all my expenses minus $43, you know. So this situation I'm going through is more difficult because I was talking to a lady from a lawyer trying to resolve my situation. And, I ain't going to be, I don't believe I'll be getting my car back. I mean, as much as I'd like it, it's just, yeah, I already gave up, the desire of trying to get it back. And so it's just kind of like I'm stuck between well, it sounds like I may have some trouble filing for something, and I don't know if I'd qualify for it. So it's just kind of like if I can't get through this situation, I don't know what to do. I don't want to commit suicide, but it's like I don't know if I can handle going through this experience. So it's just kind of like it's just like life's tough, and some people aren't able to handle it, so they just want to leave this planet, because it's that tough, and it shouldn't have to be this way. People wouldn't be committing suicide if they weren't trying to you know beat the living what out of you just to get their money. Well, I know mobsters do that, and stuff like that, but life shouldn't be like this. People shouldn't have to suffer the humiliation of failure. We should be given chances to get out of it. I'm taking my own responsibility for my problem. you know it's like I have no one to blame but myself, but it's just we shouldn't punish those. I mean, there just has to be a way to not make people wanting to commit suicide. We should help people get out of this situation. I'd like, the bank, instead of sitting there taking my means of making a living, just, I don't know, just restart a loan. I make enough money I could afford the payment. But no, we want to keep on adding charges, and we want to sue you. Yes, as I was saying, they want to, sue me, and it's just, it feels violating. They're violating me. I get, yes, they want their money now because I'm sure they got bills and stuff like that. But it would be so much easier because I can afford the payments on it, you know, because it's like it kind of defeats the purpose when you take someone's means of getting to and from work and, you know, yeah, it just all prevents me, but I'm not in that dire straits to where I can't get to work. I have to use my dad's vehicle, but if I wasn't in my dad's, or if I wasn't in the situation I am now, I could have just I'm just saying banks shouldn't treat you like a street creature of the night. You know, they should allow you to repay it because it's humiliating. All it does is create trouble for me. and them, because they're trying to extort me to try to get a loan, and that's not working. So it's just like, I have or I'm working on getting through this difficult, hard time, but it's like antidepressants. Someone's depressed. In my situation, I'm holding out. I've been through the gambit of depression, and I never was on any antipsychotic drugs. I ain't gonna mention names, but it's like one of the side effects is suicide. And doesn't that sound contrary to prescribe someone an antidepressant when one of the side effects is suicide? And it kind of feels like how the bank is treating me. If I was in a worse situation than I am now, I may want to do that. Then, hopefully they won't go after my family, because my mom died a few years ago and they made us pay it. To me, I always thought that when you die, all your debts go with you. And my sister paid it off, or, I don't know if that's right, but I just like, if someone dies, that's it. Nullify it. You know, that's life. People die, and you can't get money from a dead person. You can extort their living people, but I just don't know. I just like, if I did that, it's like they better not go after my family. You know, they potentially could, but it was all on me. So if that happened to me, it should die with me, not plague my family. Yeah, so it's just kind of, I don't know. It's just, be nice to people. We don't need to amplify people's anxiety to make them want to, off themselves, because that ain't right. Like giving a depression or putting fuel on the fire of making people want to do this or that to end their life just because they're going through a difficult situation. I want to live. I don't want to die. Even how annoying my experience is with it. And if my situation was worth, I would probably seriously consider it, because I don't have any options. I'm not rich. That's why I started this GoFundMe, to help me get through this. And, I had three amazing, wonderful people to help me out, and it wasn't what I asked for, but it's what I needed. I'm still going to have it just in case there's still more people in there, but once I get through it, I'm taking it down regardless of if I get the money that I need, because I got the money that I need to help me get through this situation. I got some other hurdles to go through, but I'm on the path of what I need to do, to get through this difficult time. But don't don't commit suicide. There's always grass on the other side of the fence, because we are not given more than what we can handle. Life is a test, and we are here to raise above adversity and become a stronger person in the end. If that's the only message you get from it, great. But know, there's no situation that's worth your own life. I mean, life, yeah, it might be difficult, but it's like, I don't know, just we need to be nicer to each other. Companies shouldn't force people or to be in stressful situations. It's like, I could easily pay my loan back if they would just quit being Mr. I'm gonna beat you up guy. Don't be that guy. So I don't know. I don't want to rant and rave, but it's just we need to change the system, or you know. But yeah, it is what it is. So you know, be nice to each other. I mean, life's hard enough. We don't need other people adding to our anxiety. And so, well, anyways, thank you. Have a great day. And I'm still going to have the link in the description. And have a blessed day. Thank you.